Hey there, comic book friends and fiends. It's Rob here in front of the Great Wall of Comics. And I'm going to talk to you today about a new comic book shop that I visited, Rogue City Comics in Medford, Oregon. All right, so I had the opportunity to stop by a comic book shop in Oregon. Actually, I went by two shops. One of them wasn't worth talking about, so I won't even mention. It was literally a hole in the wall, had nothing I was interested in, no backstock really to speak of, nothing. But there was another shop that was phenomenal. So I always love to visit shops in other areas when I travel. I happen to be traveling up to Oregon. My youngest, we were dropping them off for college, and I was staying in Medford. And so I happened to go to um, a shop called Rogue City Comics. And this is a downtown Medford. It's a nice looking shop down in their downtown district area. Got in there and they had this the shop that you have a doorway here, and when you go in there, there is a split. The shop comics on the left and a really cool shop on the right called Retro Wormhole. And it's literally just filled with all kinds of stuff from like my childhood: GI Joes, Transformers, LP albums, tape decks, VC, oh, just the whole nine, whole different. Every time I walk around the store, I find something new. But the comic book shop, this was a really nice laid out comic book shop. Um, you went in there. This is from the back of the shop, taking a look. They have this nice raised up area where you can go up and read comics. They got other comics, but it's got a nice layout to the floor. Lots of boxes of books on these shelves, and each of these shelves they do slide out. They had the upstairs area pulled down, so I couldn't go up there to take a picture from up there. But it's kind of nice. Nelson and Murdoch, Attorney at Law, some cool little comic book stuff all around that you would expect to find. You can see there's benches up top there, and you had all these bins, three bins to a shelf, and the shelves pulled out, and they were on really nice rollers. So getting into the backstock books was super easy. You didn't have to grab that box and pull on it and have it all torque, and then the books flop around and all this other stuff. They just very nicely slid out. You could take a look through the books. None of the boxes were overstuffed. Every book, all the books were bagged and boarded. Able to get some nice looking through those books that were there. New books on the wall, trade paperbacks. More. There's the Millennium Falcon up there. Just a nice little shop layout, design, easy access to get to all the books, super friendly staff. Talked to the owner for a bit, had a great conversation about, how his shop was doing, what was going on, what he thought things were. We got a chance to talk about some of his strategy for pricing, because I was looking through his back bins and found out his books were all very reasonably fair priced. He signs up all the places that if you didn't see something, to let him know and he'd go dig in. So I, didn't see any mystery in space. Asked him to take a look, and he pulled out some books that were not great condition and were really at the very tail end of the thing, so I didn't pick them up. But I did pick up several books, so I thought I'd share what did I pick up while I was there. Picked up some books for my run. I'm trying to work on filling some of the gaps in my Batman issue 300 to 400, and then I'm probably going to go down to about 250. I decided, and after that I was probably going to stop. But so here we go, Batman. This is issue 392. Every single one of these books I picked up, the most expensive was like $15, and it went down to like $5. So it was a variety prices. All seemed fair. They had tags on them if there were notes on them if the book had damage or staining or something on the backside that you couldn't see inside the bag and board, which was really kind of cool. So you got $393. And just an enjoyable experience. $379. Bags. I said the books were in all probably for the most part. I'd say the ones I looked at anyway were fine to fine plus. Some very fine books in there. Happy to pick them up for this age. That's all I'm expecting for these run fillers. If you want higher than that, you're just going to pay a bunch of money. But they're buying collections all the time. Um, a lot of variety. So the Batman. Then picked up some amazing Spider-Mans for the 100 to 200 section. That's I've been focused on my 1 to 100. I've only got a handful of books left. Need to get. They're obviously super expensive, but the 100s to 200s. That's a range in the ASM range where there's still some affordable books in there, but they're starting to creep up there in price. So I want to make sure that since I don't have a ton of books left for this either, I want to try and grab some of those while I can. And well, they're still reasonably affordable. So there's 167, especially since a lot of what I need are just kind of, like I said, they're run fillers. I've picked up a lot of the keys already and just need to kind of complete some runs. 171. $175. This one was nice because this is a key book that a minor key, being an early appearance of Punisher, and the owner made sure that I knew it was, because this book was like $6, and it had a tag on it that it had some stain, and he made sure I understood when I was checking it out that this book had some stains on the back of it, and that's why it was $6 and not higher. And I said I understood that. I read it, and I was cool with that. And the stain is pretty minor, but still, it's nice when somebody calls that out. A shop owner is willing to call that type of stuff out, so you don't just think, "Man, I got this deal." Then you get home afterwards, and you're like, "Oh, the shop sucks. They sell nothing but crap. They bait and switch me." Blah 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 blah. So there you go. 181. 185. Peter graduates from high school. Right. 186. Great cover. This is a Pollard. Was it 189? And last but not least, 188. So yeah, some great books. I mean, like I said, they're not. I didn't pick up anything that was major. The shop is great though. Had a lot of selection of books to choose from. What seemed to be very reasonable, very fair pricing, and from a what you expect to find there, I think that you're going to find a very knowledgeable staff. From my conversation talking about a passionate owner, you're going to find that the shop itself has a good run from about Bronze Age forward. There were a few books that were older, but for the most part, the vast majority of what I saw in there was Bronze Age forward, which still goes back almost 50 years now. And it's a nice, clean shop, friendly, well priced. No slabs. I didn't see a single slab while I was there. It doesn't mean they don't do them, just didn't see a lot of them. And they do buy, trade, sell. So if you ever find yourself in Medford, Oregon, and are looking for a cool place, go check out Rogue City Comics there. I think it is well worth a stop. Plus, swing by next door to the Wormhole. Retro Wormhole, yeah. And just prepare to be in your Wayback Machine. Remember everything. I mean, they had like the McDonald's glasses, like for Empire Strikes Back or Star Trek, and like these everything. I mean, it was just like anything, just all kinds of little pop culture stuff, and it was just fun. And it could be an expensive trip if you start buying all the things that you want to remember warm fuzzies, or you can just remember them all, take the memories, and walk out like I did and not spend it. All right, guys. Thank you all for taking a look and this brief stop at the Medford, Oregon Rogue City Comics. Till next time, collect what you want. Don't listen to anybody, including myself, because I'm just a fat man with a fat stack of comics and a fat opinion. Thanks for watching.